Hi guys, it's Jill, Josh's wife. You may or may not have heard about me from him on his YouTube channel or if you follow him on Facebook and his collections. I attend a lot of cons with him and take a lot of my Blu-rays and DVDs to people I'm fans of or, that love their movies, and I get them signed. That's become a pretty cool collection for me. So I'm going to share a little bit of that with you today. We're going to get started with our most recent edition. This is the Neverending Story Dual Pack that we just recently got signed by Deep Roy at the Pensacon Halloween Fest. It was a lot of fun. We brought the kids out in their costumes. We got some great pictures, some cosplay pictures. I also got at that event, for anyone who's just curious what it looks like, the Pensacon Halloween Fest t-shirt. My understanding from what Josh tells me is that sold out last year, so I'm really excited to have gotten this year's t-shirt. The next one, we're going to go back to our very first con we ever attended, which was Pensacon, where I got my Gremlins Jewel Pack signed by Zach Galligan. Not really much to say about that interaction. It was pretty short and sweet. He was a little bit, I think, introvert, but he was very nice. He had a little stuffed gizmo that we took with our picture. Also from Pensacon, we met Patrick Warburton, and we got this Family Guy Disc 1 from Volume 3 signed. We chose this one because this is actually the first cover where you see Joe, the character that he voices, on the cover. He was by far the longest line at Pensacon, but he was still very nice and personable with everybody. Just really took the time, to give a great interaction with everybody. Next up, we've got from Alabama Comic-Con, where we met Ryan Hurst. Got my Remember the Titans DVD signed. This was actually really cool. His line was really long, and we passed it up at first, and while we were waiting in another line, our toddler Jackson was getting restless, so I let him out and was having him just kind of walk around, letting him explore a little bit and blow off some steam, and he toddled over to Ryan Hurst's table, which the line had somehow cleared out, which I didn't notice until the moment when my toddler walked me right up. And we took a great picture, where my kid was trying to, basically get him to take me from him and hold him like he does to everyone that I approach him with. From Mississippi Comic-Con, we've got my Super Troopers Blu-ray that we got signed by Eric Stolhansky. This was really cool. We had a great talk. He talked about... Actually, I was wearing a band t-shirt for a band I love called Garbage that had an album that came out in June. So I was kind of shouting out, like, hey, they did have a new album released. And he was like, I'm going to check that out. The other thing that was really cool about the interaction was I went back after going and regretting not getting a t-shirt the first time. And he graciously just signed it at the cost of, purchasing the t-shirt. He also mentioned a little something about Super Troopers 3 possibly in production, so keep a lookout for news on that if it's true. The next thing I've got is a lot of stuff signed here by Anthony Michael Hall. We met him at Pensacon, and I think I stopped at his booth every day that we were there, which was all 3. I actually had to purchase a couple DVDs because mine had been damaged through some just house flooding that we've dealt with over the years. So one of the ones I did buy at Pensacon to get him to sign was Weird Science and 16 Candles. So it was good to get some replacements and upgrades at that with the signature. I also brought my copy of Edward's Scissorhands that I got him to sign. He was the bully in that one, which is a different role, I believe, for him. The first time he deviated from the thing he almost got typecast into. I also got Breakfast Club signed. This one actually is mine. It actually has a cover, but I wanted him to pull it out and actually do the real one because he had a silver marker that looked really great, I think, with this. And of course, I brought my vacation Blu-ray here. I had a great talk. When he asked me my favorite, I had to go with this one, and I told him a little bit about my dad, who's a real-life Clark Griswold. This one's a shout out actually to our local comic book shop, 3 Alarm Comics, who hosted Brian O'Halloran. And it was just really great to meet him at a very low-key event, not a lot of people. It was just cool to just talk a little bit about things. Before I had seen it anywhere on the internet, he told me about Clerks 3 was in production, so that was exciting. And I actually got a laugh out of him because when he asked me to check the photo we took together to see if I liked it, I said something to the effect of, well, I'm a girl, so I'll never be satisfied with that. And he laughed out loud, I gotta say, and said no truer words have ever been spoken. So, you know. The next one I have up is some cool stuff. This one I got signed myself at Alabama Comic Con by Thomas Ian Nicholas. This is Rookie of the Year. And I also have another thing signed by him, but I can't take credit for actually getting the signature. My awesome mother-in-law brought American Pie with her to Arkansas Comic Con, where she got Thomas Ian Nicholas to sign this, as well as Shannon Elizabeth, Tara Reid, and Mina Savari. Also, shout out, my mother-in-law is a big fan of Shannon Elizabeth from Big Brother, and she had a lot of fun telling her what a great player she thought she was. Last but not least, this thing is pretty cool. This started as just a cheap way years ago to get all the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies, and it's become my favorite signed item now, because I've taken it around first to Pensacon, where I got Judith Hoag, Francois Chow, and Ken Scott all to sign it. That was really cool, just right off the bat, 3 signatures on this 4-pack. And then recently, Josh and I went to, of course, Alabama Comic Con and met Brian Tochi, which I'm sure you've heard about, that really, really cool experience, and got his signature. And my understanding is we've already got the next one lined up. Josh can tell you more about that. So that's it for my signed DVDs and Blu-rays and a couple, bonus t-shirts in there. Just know that I'm a huge movie buff. I love, getting to meet these people that I grew up watching and telling their stories and rewatching and quoting to people. And it's just been really fun, seeing that they're just really cool people who love to make you laugh and love to make their fans smile.